Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Luna Sky Diamond. Today, on a Friday afternoon, I am here broadcasting from Vancouver because I feel like sharing from my heart. What I want to share from my heart is very simple. I have this channel to share the experiences that I am going through at that particular moment in time in my life. I believe the main core of this video is to encourage everybody to share their art and to share their talent with the world. Because when we give from our heart and from our talent and from our soul and from our love, we are touching people, even though we think we are not. Like for the artist that is not selling their art, like the healer that is selling their healing thing, like the blogger that has their blogs, like the speaker that has the YouTube channel, like the speaker that is speaking here or there, or whatever, that thinks that sharing your art or your painting or your poetry or your public speaking or your channels or your entries or your live channel, your live entries in Facebook or whatever it is, you feel that you are wasting your time and that nobody's watching or nobody's listening. No, yes. It could be that there is, it could, no. I am 100% sure that when you share your art from your soul, 100% for a fact, there is one soul that is going to be touched by your art, whatever it is. Dance, poetry, public speaking, YouTube channels, Facebook Live, poetry, painting, dye, clothes, design, flowers, construction, design, gardens. Every single thing that has your touch is touching somebody's soul, and you believe that you are actually wasting your time, that you are not being seen. I believe that all of us as human beings or souls, I would say, we want to be seen for our heart and our talent, but our talent that comes from our heart, from our joy. So when you do that, there's always somebody watching, so to speak. There's always somebody feeling your art. And that's precisely the point of this video, because I feel that if what I have to share, even if a single little bit of what I have to share, of what I am going through right now, not because I am the master of the knowledge or anything like that, no, but I am the master of researching and experiencing and trying and failing and taking another path and everything. So I always share where I am at this particular moment, and this is why I'm sharing with you right now, that recently I have had the opportunity to to listen to some of these videos, particularly from a guy from Andalusia that is precisely sharing about this, where I am sharing with you. That is important for you to express your art, because in an innocent way, when you are acting in an innocent way, that means coming from the heart, in this physical world, you might not see it, but you might be saving somebody's life, for instance, or you might be being an inspiration for somebody to just get out of the cocoon and start trying or whatever. All right. So this is an invitation for you to share your art, please. Your poetry, your paintings, your everything, everything. Please share it, share it, share it. Without any fear of being, how do you call that? Judged. Because judgment is bullshit. Actually. It is just appreciation of art and appreciation of beauty, and people who connect to your vibration and to wherever you want to express with your music, your poetry, your paintings, your dance, everything. Well, then just bring it forward, because there's always a soul that is watching, that is feeling. And so therefore, here I come, Luna Sky Diamond. I'm going to share with you what I have been listening on videos recently, and that my intellect, my soul has been roaming around over here these days. And I just want to share with you so that we can all figure out together, with whoever is interested in exploring in exploring where we are, in exploring about life, and exploring about who we are and why we are here, and what is our purpose, and where we are going, and what the fuck. So, one of the things that I want to share with you is that one, the trust in life. The trust in life for you to share your art and your heart. And trusting in life means that if you are doing a public speak and you show up and there is just one person in the audience, well, guess what? That person is meant to be there for a reason. And that is the person that is going to be touched for whatever you are going to have to share. So that's what I'm meaning about trusting in life. So basically it's to keep moving forward with your passion and everything. Because you never know. Just by being yourself, you are inspiring others to be free. One of the beautiful things that I have learned from these videos is that what they say, and this truth, this knowledge that is very ancient knowledge from the eons and eons of time, from many sacred scriptures, but very, 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 very ancient. They say. So here I am, not to convince you of anything. I am just sharing from my heart of truth or information that resonates with me. Might not resonate with me tomorrow, but it resonates with me today. And it's actually quite beautiful. And what it says, there's so many aspects of this knowledge. I just don't know how to approach to particularly how to approach this. Okay, let's put it this way. So many of us in this world right now are trying to figure out how to connect this body, this vehicle, with our higher self. where we perceive our higher self here in this realm of the soul over here. Or I would say in this realm of the soul over here. And we are trying to bring heaven to earth, so to speak. So to speak, no, actually, yes, we want to be more full of ourselves. Not in the ego point of view, but in the point of view of who we really are, which is basically the creator here in this physical form. Well, while we are here in this physical form, we experience experiences that some of them are not quite positive and they could be quite painful. The death of a family member that is close to you, the death of a child, cancer, an illness, a cyst, a tumor, anything that life brings forward. Like all of those things are experiences that bring us pain, and it brings us the opportunity of introversion. Plus, not only that, but the people who are dealing with addictions or alcoholism or anything like that. So people are feeling pain, or they are depressed, or they are mourning for somebody, or they are dealing with an addiction or something like that. And basically what I'm saying is that there is a lot of the suffering right now in the current society and humankind. So there are many souls that are asking themselves, how can I get out of this pain? How can I connect more with my higher self and the consciousness that everything is a blessing and that everything is supposed to be the way it is, and that nothing happens by coincidence, and that nothing is random, and that every single thing that happens in your life, you are bringing it forward from your higher self so that you can learn that particular lessons, and that to have that awareness that every single experience that you are having right now, you are having because you have had these previous agreements of love with yourself before you incarnated in this beautiful body and vehicle for you to experience this life. So people are wondering, how can I switch from suffering to acceptance and seeing things from here, from a higher perspective, and understanding that every single thing that happens in your life is because it's a pact of love. So it is beautiful. Doesn't it sound super beautiful? Of course it sounds beautiful the way I say it. But when we are experiencing ourselves, it sounds like, shut the fuck up, man. This is super painful. Like, I don't believe that I have brought forward all the pain or the illness or whatever. No, I know. So you say, shut the fuck up. Of course. So my point is, there are so many of us, of souls, that are suffering for a particular thing, and I am wondering, why me, or why the experience is this, and we are suffering, is what we're saying, and we are asking, how can we connect to this higher awareness over here that tells us that everything is okay, and that everything is in place, and that everything is the way it is supposed to be. How? So what I learned recently from one of these ancient books is that the physical body, this vehicle, has a few components. One of them is this physical body. the other one is the etheric body, the other one is the mental body, the emotional body, and the mental body. Those are the components of this physical body. So that in that mental body is this mind that is all the time like blinking with thoughts, invading your fucking space, is what I'm saying. Just like flashing images of fear, most likely, or nonsense shit. And then you believe that's you. Well, that's not you. That's just the mental body over here, that its nature is to blink with thoughts and thoughts and thoughts. But those thoughts are not you. And then we have the emotional, the emotional and the mental. But then comes this line over here, and then we have our soul, the higher component of who we really are, and that would be our soul and the spirit. When I'm talking about the spirit, I'm talking about the infinite creator, the absolute. Some people like to call it God. I do not like the word God because I have certain beliefs about the God matrix that is controlling so many people at this moment. So therefore, I change my vocabulary to say the absolute, or to say the infinite creator. So what I have learned in these last days, and it sounds, I invite you to just ponder precisely this is the purpose of this video, because it is important to ask questions and to ponder about why you are here, what is your purpose in life, how the universe works, how we are all connected, how energy works, the galaxies, the infinite. All these things are important precisely because in this realm of the higher self, spirit, and our soul, there is the abstract mind. So over here, let's put it this way, in the lower level, is the concrete mind, and is the mind that helps us to plan the day, plan the party, plan the meeting at the office, plan the trip, do our finances and things like that. Is the mind that helps us to move this body in a coherent way to get shit done during the day, is what I'm talking about. But at this other level of the component of our soul is another level, that is the abstract mind. And that abstract mind is already a part of our higher self, of our soul, of the one that is connected here to the infinite creator. And that is the mind that when it opens up, it allows the flow of that divinity of who we really are to manifest in our actions, in our habits, in our, it's like in our attitudes, in our thought process, in our emotional process, in our actions, in our habits, and in our character. But it's just like energy that flows like that. So people are asking, how can I bring that awareness and that feeling of this is who I am, and that feeling and that awareness of who you are actually is visible in this 3D world, in these actions, in your life, in your connections with the people that surround you, your coworkers, your family, and the way you relate to life. How? Well, There is a place between the concrete mind and the absolute mind, and that one is called, and I actually love the name, it's so beautiful, and it's all this is Sanskrit, and that word is called Antahkarana. So Antahkarana is the point of intersection between the concrete mind, the one that goes blah 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 blah, and you just go like shut the fuck up, and the absolute mind, the one that makes you wonder, who am I? What is my purpose here? Why was I born here? And when you look at the infinite and you look at the stars, and when you feel, and when you connect, and when you feel that you belong to the Mother Earth, not the other way around. not that the Earth belongs to you, no, you belong to Mother Earth, and things like that. So Antahkarana is that point. So that's the way that you connect, or basically the way that you bring that manifestation energy of your potential into this life, is by exercising Antahkarana, is to open up Antahkarana through the process of exercising your projection, your thoughts, your feelings of who we really are, how we are connected to each other, who we really are, and a process of introspection and awareness. And then Antahkarana starts opening up and allowing that divine energy of who we really are to start manifesting here in this life. Through a constant invitation for us to be present in this particular moment and act accordingly to what your heart says in that particular moment, in the here and now, with love and compassion. And when I say compassion, I'm talking about sharing with your fellow human being that is sitting next to you on the bus, or the person who comes to share with you with joy. Compassion not necessarily means like, oh my God, you are in poorness, poverty, or whatever, and oh, I feel sorry for you. No, it's not just in the sorrow, and it's not just helping people in the sorrow, or when they're hungry, or when they're cold, or when you need to send a blessing for healing, or when you send energy with your heart and your love to hold a space for people who are either close to you or far away from you, because of course time and space do not exist. What matters is what is here. So it's not compassion is not just in the moments of pain. It's also to share the joy and to share the happiness with your fellow brother and sister. It's with passion. Compassion means with passion. So with passion, with passion it is what it is. What else do I have to say? Oh yes, very important. Well, very important invitation for thought, as I perceive it when I watch this video from Emilio Carrillo. He speaks in Spanish, and that's why I'm making this video, so that I can share with the Spanish speaking public what this beautiful soul from Spain he's from Andalusia, is sharing. And one of the beautiful things that I heard last night in one of his videos is that. And I really do understand this from my heart, because I was actually having not long ago a discussion with my mother about God. I'm going to use the word God right now for the purpose of sharing with you, but I actually want to call it the Creator, but just for now. I was telling my mom, God is I. God is I. I am totally 100% sure that God is I. And I know that sounds super full of, oh, I'm so full of myself. I'm so the ego. But it is actually not true. Actually, I invite you to really understand that God is you. It's very simple. All you have to do is feel it. And then I had the discussion with my mom and was telling me, no. Yes, I know that I am divine because I am like the daughter of God, but God is there. Like He is omnipresent, omnipotent, of and this and that. And I didn't really resonate with that particular point of perception of who God is. Because actually I believe God is here. So I don't see it like outside. And yesterday, I watched this video, and I totally resonate with that. So what Emilia was saying is that if you really go into the deep, into the depth of when people fight, are you a believer or are you an atheist? It really doesn't matter, because at the core, they both believe in the same thing, and it's that God is there outside, away from, out of yourself. Whether you are a believer and you follow some rules and some norms and some behavior or something like that, yes, it is valid. Because one of the points about this life is respect for the conscious process of the soul. And everybody's going through their own conscious process. So some of the people in their own conscious process and their own conscious development still belong to religions. Well, where they are at this particular moment, and that is to be respected. So they believe in God. So the believer believes in God, in a Savior, and it's out there. And the non-believer believes in a God that is doesn't believe in a God that is supposed to be out there. So basically, both are the same. They have the same concept of God, of outside of yourselves. When in reality, is that the Creator is I. And that I am the Creator when I cease to be myself. So it's very simple and it's very beautiful. Thank you so much for listening. That's all I have to say. I love you all. Peace out.